Hello and welcome to this short introductory film about Prezi. Prezi is a web-based presentation software that uses a single canvas instead of the more traditional slides found in PowerPoint. Text, images, videos and other presentation resources are placed on a seemingly infinite canvas. This zoomable canvas makes it fun to explore ideas and the connections between them. As you'll see during the first part of this film, there are special education licenses for students and teachers. Take a bit of time to decide which is the best option for you. This film, part 1, will concentrate on signing up, creating an account and a bit of navigation. Okay, so let's find our way to Prezi. So in Google, we'll key in Prezi, and the first search return should be Prezi, the Zooming Presentation Editor. If we click on that, we'll be taken to the Prezi homepage. The first thing we'll want to do, as with any of these Web 2 technologies, is to create our account. So if we go to the Sign In Now button, we'll be taken to this screen here. And there are a number of options that you can follow. The one we're going to look at first of all is the student teacher license. So if we click on that button there in the lower left hand corner, we'll be taken to this screen. Okay, so as a teacher or student you have two options. You can have a free account which allows you 500 megabytes of space, which is quite a lot, to be honest. If you're just starting out, I would go for this option. If you think you're going to start creating many Prezis, then you may want to opt for the £40 a year annual subscription. But for the purposes of this, we'll just go for the free Edu Enjoy account. So this is where you will register for your account using a school email address. So you must make sure that the email address looks as if it comes from an educational institution. So you enter your email address and we'll go for Miss Jean Brodie at jamesgillespiehighschoolforgirls.com. Not very likely. And this email address will be your username. Click OK and we are taken to the school university details page. So we enter our school name, James Gillespie High School for Girls, which is in the city of Edinburgh. And for country, we'll click the down arrow and go for United Kingdom. And then website address, let's go for jamesgillespiehighschoolforgirls.com and continue. And if you get to this page, it means that your account has been created, and all you need to do now is to visit your inbox of your email account and click on the link that Prezi has sent you, and once you do that, your account will be ready and live. Before we go on to create our first Prezi, I thought you might like to see an example of one I created for a class in Dagenham around the poem Blessing by the Indian poet Imtiaz Darkar. You'll see that what characterises Prezi is the way that resources in the shape of text, images and film are placed on this seemingly infinite canvas and a path plotted through them. It's for me a delightfully non-linear way of organising your thoughts around a subject, and pathways can be altered at a click, as well as new ideas added as they form in your mind. It feels a very intuitive software that somehow reflects the process of thought more than more linear PowerPoint. In my experience, pupils enjoy using Prezi and produce a much more fluid and thoughtful presentation using this than the sometimes predictable PowerPoint. The ability to zoom in and out and around words and phrases gives a sense of wrestling with meaning, which appeals to me. So when you first log into Prezi, this is the screen that will welcome you. Welcome to Prezi.com. You've got the option of looking at a couple of the Prezi tutorials, learn Prezi now or get inspired. But for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to click Start Prezi Now. So you can explore the website at leisure, but I think the button that we're most interested in at the moment is New Prezi. So if we click that, we'll be taken to a page that allows us to create our new Prezi. So with you, I'm going to create a Prezi around the subject of Revelation, the poem by Liz Lochhead. So we'll make that our title. And then we're invited to add a short description. So let's go for a treatment of Lochhead's poem. And that's us ready to hit the new Prezi button. So once we click that, a loading screen will appear, and after a short time we'll be offered a number of different templates. So again, you can explore these at your leisure, but for now we're just going to choose the blank template and start. So here is our blank canvas ready for all the materials that we're going to place on it. Before we do anything though, I think it's worth having a bit of navigation. The upper left corner of the Prezi screen is where the principal menu is, and it's where you'll perform most of your functions within Prezi. So for example, this button here allows us to change the colour and look of the Prezi, just at the click of a button. And again, this one here, slightly more Russian feel to it. But for now we're just going to click with the original. And then to return to our menu, we just click this arrow here, and that's us back to the start. The path button allows us to plot our path between all the resources that we place on the Prezi canvas. The frame button allows us to place frames around any object on our canvas, even hidden frames. I'll explain these later. And then the insert button allows us to place shapes onto our canvas, so shapes of many different types. We can also place images here, YouTube clips, and pre-created diagrams. The menu at the top of the screen is self-explanatory, but one of the nice things about Prezi is that it will automatically save your work every few seconds, so you don't need to worry if you forget to hit the save button. You can also collaborate on Prezis during a meeting, and you can print them and exit. Over here you have the option to open your tutorial at any time. So for example, if you get stuck during the creation of a Prezi, you can just click on this button and your tutorial will open and give you advice. Okay, we'll close that. Over to the right hand side you have the option to zoom in and to zoom out, and then to return to the very first piece of text that you enter. And then if during the course of making a Prezi you should ever wish to view it, then you just hit the show button.